What's going on, guys? It's your man, Ed Hayes, the wholesale coach here, back for another video. And in this one, guys, I just got a quick update for you all when it comes to the new text messaging legislation. I just got an email last night giving some updates about what companies like Twilio are doing about the new Traced Act. So make sure that you stay tuned to the end of this video, guys. We got some really important updates that everyone needs to know. Everyone is asking these questions, and now I've got answers for you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
With me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Hey, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a...
All right, guys, so in terms of the legislation, I'm going to try to keep this as short, simple, and straight to the point as possible. In terms of the legislation, basically what's going on is with this Traced Act, I'm just going to briefly summarize with this Traced Act, basically, the government, or not the government, but phone companies are requiring wholesalers like us who use the 10-digit phone numbers to register their phone numbers and have to go through more vetting to make sure that we're not texting people that we're not supposed to be texting. That's basically what's going on, right? So kind of like what the update really is. So there's a few different things that I found out. It looks as though for the 800 numbers, as well as for those 5-digit short codes, it looks as though they're not going to have to register. So you may want to consider just transitioning over into an 800 number or one of those 5-digit short codes. Next is the fact that they are requiring a registration fee now to actually register your business and to do like some additional vetting that they can do. So I just got an email from Twilio. I may even try to pop this up on the screen as well. Basically, I'm reading right here from this email from Twilio. It says an update to A2P 10 DLC brand registration scores and pricing. So they're like, look, we've identified you as a Twilio customer sending text messages in the United States over local 10-digit long codes. And I'm not going to read all of this or whatever, but basically it says what's happening. It says Twilio has automated additional vetting, known as secondary vetting, during brand registration to enable higher T-Mobile daily message limits and maximize throughput per campaign. This will eliminate additional vetting steps for you. You can find more details in our support article. So basically, like, they're going to be requiring additional vetting information to make sure that these companies comply, that our companies comply. Now, in terms of how much it's actually going to cost, this is, this is the one-time primary brand registration fee is increasing from $4 to $44 and is a pass-through fee from carriers. Twilio will cover the cost of this fee for all our primary brands registered before October 1st, 2021. So that's really, really interesting. I'm not sure if I actually registered as a primary brand on there. I'm not sure if my phone numbers that I have would actually be considered that primary brand phone numbers, but that's something that I'm going to find out myself. But I know that they sent me this email, so I may be on the list of people who need to get this secondary vetting. Now, basically, what all of this stuff is pretty much saying is that, before companies like Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, before they're actually gonna approve us to have these phone numbers from companies like Twilio, they're gonna want to do some additional vetting. They're gonna want to know what our use cases are and things of that nature. So let me see what it's saying right here. So it says what's the impact, right? So with that increase, so if you send them that additional information for the vetting and pay that $44, then you'll be able to increase your daily messaging limits to T-Mobile. And I'm going to give you all some details about that in a second. So, and also you will be able to maximize your trust score is what it also says. So there's some things that pretty much needs to happen for you to do that. You pretty much need to let Twilio know what you're going to be using this phone number for and what your pretty much what your use cases are. All right, so let me click on this this little link inside of the email, and so we can see what those daily message limits are looking like now. All right, so I'm not sure what they exactly were before. I tend to be significantly under like the actual real life quotas, and the extreme vast majority of people are as well. And thankfully, you know, if you've made it up to this point in this video, that's a good thing, because guys, it's looking like we're going to make it, guys. It's looking like we're going to make it. Depending on how much volume you're used to doing with text messaging on a monthly basis, you're probably not even going to have to worry about it, to be 100% honest. So let's see. It says, like, in addition, T-Mobile, including Sprint, is imposing daily messaging limits based on your trust score. This sets a total number of outbound SMS segments and MMS messages that your registered A2P brand can send towards T-Mobile, including Sprint, subscribers per day. So basically what it's saying right here, guys, as far as I can tell, if you have a business, it says right here, the only exception by default is businesses that are in the Russell 3000 index, who will receive a total limit of 200,000 SMS segments and MMS per day towards T-Mobile by default. Now, for someone who's just getting started, now here's the thing, guys. When you first get this trust score, I'm not sure whether it starts off on the higher end or on the lower end. If you already have a trust score, please let me know down below. Like, do they start you off with like 100, or do you start off with like a low score and then you have to build it up? I'm going to assume that you actually start at the, you know, at like a 99 or 100 trust score. And if that's the case, guys, honestly, you won't have to worry about anything, because if you have a 100 trust score, your T-Mobile message limit for SMS segments and MMS going outbound is 200,000 text per day. So honestly, the vast majority of people won't have to worry about that. And even on the lower end of the scale, they've got the 16 to 25 trust score. Even if you only got a 16 to 25 out of 100, you can still send 2,000 text messages per day. Now, to be honest with you, so 2,000 texts per day, right? You know, it's 30 to 31 days in a month. That's, you know, 60,000 texts that you can send out in a month. There's not many people in this wholesaling space that are consistently texting 60,000 plus people per month. But either way, guys, even if you are texting 100K plus or whatever per month, just keep your trust score up. And honestly, that's a big range. So from 100 to 76 on your trust score, you're still going to be able to send those 200,000. And then from 51 to 75, you're still 40,000 a day. From 26 to 50, it's still 10,000 per day. So honestly, like just based off what I'm seeing right here, like just thanks to this update from Twilio, shout out to Twilio for sending me that email. But basically, the vast majority of people who are sending text messages out here have absolutely nothing to worry about, guys. Outside of like that whole trust score situation right now, like once I actually get my trust score and I verify it and I can kind of bring another video on this topic to the channel, trust and believe I will. But for right now, it's not looking like anyone's going to be affected. Even if you had a really low trust score, obviously, if your trust score gets too low, they will have the ability to like remove those registered numbers, or, you know, like you'll face some type of penalty or fine, potentially. I'm not sure. Be diligent. Make sure that you're looking out there. But honestly, if you're not sending more than 60,000 texts per month, you're probably fine. But just try not to send any more than 2,000 texts per day once you actually do have your phone number registered. So that's to all of my people who have your account with REI Reply. Twilio, like if you're going to go out and get an REI Reply account today, Twilio is going to require you to register your company, so then you can actually be able to send a massive amount of text messages on a daily basis, have your numbers register, your business register, and start to accumulate that trust score. So anyway, though, guys, I hope that this video helps. Keep rocking and rolling out here, man. Text messaging it's not all the way dead. It may be on the way out. They may be regulating it a lot more. It's not all the way dead yet. If If you all want to text like massive amount of people using automated texting campaign, check out the REI reply link down below. That's my favorite text messaging service that I use to send out automated multi-touch texting and ringless voicemail drop campaigns. So guys, look, we still rocking and rolling out there. Go ahead and grab your accounts, get set up. Twilio's going to make you register, but you're good out here. No worries. Anyway, though, guys, I hope that y'all staying healthy, staying blessed. And until next time, guys, we are out.